Well, hello. You're wondering what is going on here. I am Mr. Greep. I teach U.S. history and world history. Hi. Later on in this video, I will present some information digitally, but it just so happens that I'm in my classroom today on Monday, and so I thought I'd show you around real quick. Hopefully your students will be able to come here at some point this year, but we don't know, right? They did clean the floors. It looks spectacular in here. It is a little messy in that I was going to put it together, but since I don't have students, bear with me, okay? So anyways, we are an avid school, so we have some university banners because we want to encourage our students to go to college. We have some posters over here. Even though you see some famous fellows, we don't expressly teach them, but I will definitely talk about them. My area over here, I have some pictures of my family, former students, etc. We have some Civil War stuff, world history stuff. And so you might be thinking, well, this looks like a science room. And that is because I used to teach science, among other things, actually. And I decided to settle on history. And of course, I love it. So I'm going to give you some more information. Just stay tuned. Nice to meet you all, by the way. Call them a scholar to check their school emails. They will be receiving emails from their teachers, including me, for directions on getting into Google Classroom via a code, okay? They have to use their school email to do this. Parents, you are not going to be joining Google Classroom. What will happen is later on I will invite you as a guardian, and a guardian can check for missing work or upcoming assignments. But just so you know, as a parent, you don't see the same thing as your scholar. I will then give a link that your scholar can navigate their way to my website, which is Google Sites. And then you'll see that there's 7th grade, and then there's 8th grade, and there's some other items as well. And sometimes I will put some information pertinent to what we're talking about in Google Sites as well. And 7th grade world history. I'm not going to read these. They will be available through Google Classroom for your scholar and my website if you would like to peruse it as well. Your scholar should have received a textbook. However, I supplement it with digital resources as well. I will be putting most of the assignments through Google Classroom, but I don't necessarily grade it through Google Classroom. Your scholar will know exactly what they got. And then of course, if you have a question about something, you can email me first. But remember, they are in middle school and we're trying to establish that they take ownership of their schooling. Of course, as we know that some of these kids need a little bit of intervention, and so we can set up a meeting virtually if that is something that we need to do. Speaking of virtual meetings, I will be using Zoom and Google Meets. They're very similar. Your scholar will know the protocols, and the reason I'm doing both is because, again, both of them have strengths that I want to take advantage of. Thank you for taking the time to watch this. I hope it was useful. I hope we have a great year. We are in strange times, right? But hopefully we're going to come out of this stronger and more knowledgeable about history. Again, if you have questions or your scholar has a question, they can email me or their advisory teacher. Thank you. Good night.